Hello everyone, let's have a look at some of these charts. So I didn't really get a chance to make a video yesterday. I woke up late. I had two alarms. I've got two phones, right? So I've got a normal phone and a business phone. And none of them worked. So one of them basically just said, nah, something went wrong with your alarm. So and the other one phone had just died. So I was like, what are the chances of that? So the kids were late, I was late, everything was late. So and then anyway, by the time I came back, there was nothing really to say. But here we are now. So let's have a look at the situation. We're hitting the 20 moving average, the old John Bollinger, centre of the range, on the weekly. So, we've seen a little bit of this before. If we do dig a little deeper, it's a 109,550, see 21. Yeah, we've seen that get picked up. That is it for the weekly, really. We can have this area bounce, we can have this area bounce, and we've got the trend signal still in play. So this trend signal of way back when, and the Ichimoku cloud still in play. Chiku span floating above price action, although it's worth mentioning that this Chiku span would still be in a bullish trend even if it dumped another 27% all the way down to 82. That is true. It'd have to get picked up relatively soon. The idea is that this Chiku span can't close inside a candle body, otherwise it would cancel out. Nor could this blue cross this red. Excuse me, I've still got a rank cold as well. So as far as Bitcoin's weekly is concerned, yeah, 65% chance of a bounce here. Same over here as well. So we are looking for these areas to hold. I wouldn't get too worried about it. I wouldn't get too worried about it. So that would be that. Let's have a look over to Ethereum then, shall we? So Ethereum had a really sort of bigger move, should we say, a bigger move down. So lowest it's been for quite a little while now, and we see us moving below all moving averages. The next ones on the list on the daily are the 200 simple and exponential. The 50 exponential is what has just been lost. We were floating around the 20 and the 21 moving average over the weekend, and that is what got broken yesterday. So the floor gave in beneath Ethereum, and we saw an 8.5% move. Again, 8.5 isn't huge, but the implications are quite big because structurally it's kind of broken now, and you're only looking for this to move back up to get rejected. To be fair, that is the situation. The short signal is in play. There was short signals brewing, some of them completing on Sunday night's stream, so we were kind of getting a little bit. Not massively concerned, because again, high-term time frames still look pretty good, but there was evidence, there was more evidence for down than there was for up. But even that, we're not looking for huge moves. But yeah, now it has lost the 20 moving average on the 4 hourly, so you have to accept it for what it's worth. However, the weekly still massively bullish. It did jump up a little bit from this 10 exponential. It wasn't a perfect retest, but we are still above it. So we'll leave that because the 4 hourly and the daily have kind of lost it. XRP, a nice kiss on the cheek for the centre of the range, so that looks quite good. I enjoy that. So this is a better weekly than most. Again, trend signal in play here, XRP. On the weekly, centre of the range has been retested, so there's a good chance of a bounce continuation, new all-time highs from that. So XRP is where it's at, not broken anything really here from the daily. The daily still looks reasonable. If we come down to $2.52 if we wanted to, and obviously the 4 hourlies lost formation, so it's all still about the high term time frames, the weeklies. Look, it is what it is. Sometimes things go down. In order for them to go down, you have to be prepared to take the plunge and buy them. Now, for any of this, I have not taken any positions. Obviously yesterday was a bit of a write-off for me yesterday, but today I feel like it's probably still best to just sit back, watch and wait. There's a few other things that we've been keeping an eye on that have also come down to a support as a result of what's taken place yesterday. Crow USDT. Crow again, sitting at a horizontal, some kind of horizontal. But look, I wouldn't get massively excited about the way that any of it looks immediately, because we are talking weeklies is where the moves are going to take place from. So you can get chopped up still, and that would be that. So, but I think Bitcoin has a very good chance of forming its low. Bitcoin dominance getting rejected here in the 50 simple. You know, it's one of those things, isn't it, where you think, well, look, your guess might be as good as mine, but if you really like to zoom out and keep it simple, which is often the best way, you're hitting a 20 moving average on a weekly, which is a very good area to find support, with the trend signal on the Ichimoku cloud still going strong after a series of high highs and high lows. I don't get too worried about that long term. I appreciate we probably are getting ready for an all-time high soon. Maybe the next all-time high is the all-time high. Yeah, will give us another drive of bearish divergence, a significant one on the money flow next, and that'd be enough to call it. But for now, we haven't done it, so let's just wait and see. This is high low, high high structure with Chiku above price action with a long trend signal on the weekly sitting on a 20 moving average. You know, if I wasn't already in a long position from like 79,000, I would probably try one for Bitcoin only, maybe XRP, but I don't feel like I want to get overexposed right now. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.